Support for this podcast comes from the Central Valley Journalism Collaborative, connecting communities with the resources, infrastructure, and networks to ensure a vibrant local free press.
From KVPR in Fresno, this is Central Valley Daily. Happy Friday, it's November 15th. I'm Elizabeth Arkalian. A Valley organization is working hard to assist those who aren't always able to hear the world around them.
We're basically considered as a one-stop center for the deaf and hard of hearing, deaf blind, late deafened, and deaf plus individuals.
Coming up, we'll learn more about this nonprofit's work and an event they're hosting this weekend. But first, today's headlines. Kamala Harris failed in her bid for U.S. president, but the vice president may find greater success in a lower office, according to a new poll from UC Berkeley. It found Harris would enjoy a strong advantage over a crowded field of competitors, all vying to replace California Governor Gavin Newsom. He's terming out in 2026. Nearly half of voters polled said they would likely support Harris, but that's still less than the number of Californians who supported her for president. She hasn't announced whether she plans to run for the position. The Central Valley Fuego Football Club is ending its relationship with USL League One. The Fresno team has competed in the league since 2022, and yesterday's announcement may spell trouble for the sport's professional future in Fresno. The city's last pro soccer team, Fresno Football Club, also lasted only 2 seasons in the USL's Champion League. 2 decades after opening its doors to students, how is UC Merced faring? KVPR's Joshua Yeager reports a state analysis gives the campus mixed marks.
While total enrollment has grown to just over 9,000 students, UC Merced has not met its enrollment goals and operates at greater costs compared to other UC campuses. That's according to a report from the Legislative Analyst's Office on the university's 20-year anniversary. The report was not precise on the university's overall impact on the San Joaquin Valley's economy and college-going rates, but it found the campus is unique in a few ways. It's the only Latino-majority campus in the UC system and enrolls the highest rate of Pell Grant recipients. UC Merced is the youngest campus in the system. The report says additional research is needed to determine whether future campuses can succeed in more cost-effective ways. For KVPR News, I'm Joshua Yeager.
The San Luis Reservoir in Merced County is the largest off-stream dam in the United States, and it's about to get even bigger. Federal officials approved a plan to raise the dam by 10 feet, which would add about 130,000 acre-feet of storage when complete. The dam provides water for millions of people and acres of farmland, as well as large swaths of wetland habitat. One of the valley's biggest ski resorts got its first snow of the season this week. China Peak near Huntington Lake received about 7 inches of snow. Skiers could start hitting the powder as early as next weekend, sooner than any other year in more than a decade.
Support for Central Valley Daily comes from Fresno Mazda, part of the Prieto Automotive family, with special holiday financing deals on select models through the end of the year at the new showroom on Blackstone and Barstow. Information at myfresnomazda.com.
And now to our main story. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, over 1.1 million people across California are deaf or have difficulty hearing, and many of those people live right here in the Central Valley. This Saturday, the Fresno-based Deaf and Hard of Hearing Service Center is holding its 33rd annual Valley Deaf Festival. Michelle Bronson is the executive director of the center and joins me now with her interpreter, Kimberly Glynn, to share more about the organization and the festival. Thanks for joining us, Michelle and Kimberly.
Well, thank you for having us.
First, Michelle, can you tell us more about your organization and the work that you all do here in the Valley?
We're basically considered as a one-stop center for the deaf and hard of hearing, deaf blind, late deafened, and deaf plus individuals. We provide a variety of different services, which include communication assistance, just like interpreting, document translation. We do counseling, independent living skills, instruction. We have some advocacy, community education, employment services, some information referral, and then also some community education. And that also includes our Valley Deaf Festival, which is this upcoming Saturday.
I would love to hear more about the community you serve. Are most people born deaf? Are people developing these hearing difficulties later in life due to life circumstances? What are kind of folks coming to you for when they find you?
Well, actually, it's for a variety of reasons. Maybe some babies that are born, the babies are born deaf, and then some later become deaf because of a sickness in childhood, in elementary school, maybe become deafened because of the wartime veterans, loud environments that they're constantly in. Or maybe they just become late deafened because of their age. It's really a variety of reasons, but the difference is those who are born deaf, unfortunately, it's a language deprivation. Many parents don't sign. And that's why we had set up a program called Reaching Out, Communicating with Our Kids, the ROC program. And our staff, they'll go over to everyone, to our clients' homes and help families learn how to sign with their children. Studies show that 1% of deaf parents are ASL skilled. So we're working very hard to increase the number of parents learning sign language. And those who are late deafened, they are feeling, shocked. How do I communicate with my family and my friends? I can't hear anymore. What do I do? So we have two different support groups as well. The first one is called What Did You Say? And we called it that because many, initially will say, no, 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 I can hear. I can hear just fine. It's just you. You're talking too low, too quiet, or the TV is not working right. But oftentimes they'll say, well, what did you say? What did you say? So joining the support group and meeting other individuals who are the same or going through the same situations to help work through their grieving. And the second support group is the cochlear implant support group. And those are for individuals who are either considering a cochlear implant, will it benefit them? What kind should they get? Maybe what to expect while getting one? What are the appointments? So that's why we set up so many services and programs to fit families, youth, late deafened, to kind of meet everybody's the various needs.
Yeah, it sounds like there are a lot of unique needs. Are there any resources you plan to improve upon or areas you think still need work for the deaf population and hard of hearing people in the Valley?
The challenge is, I chuckle because there's so much of a need. We don't have enough staff to be able to provide everything that we need. So we have to prioritize the needs of everybody. And we really cherish our staff who are already, wearing so many different hats and doing so much. And I really care for them and value everything. So we're already concerned about, the amount of work that they're doing because they're going above and beyond to provide these services. We're just doing our best to adjust accordingly and prioritize the needs as they come to us.
Let's pivot now to your event, the Valley Deaf Festival. Every year you all have a different theme, with this year being Harry Potter. How do you all incorporate that theme into the festival, and what are some of the activities you'll be hosting?
We really enjoy our annual Valley Deaf Festival. It's fun. First, just to make a comment, I realized that hosting this event, it's a wonderful way to introduce to the public and to families to the deaf community. Everything is accessible through sign while using ASL, also while having interpreters voicing all the things happening, and then also making sure we're providing Spanish interpreters so our Spanish speaking families can join as well. So we're excited about that. Every year in January, our staff here at the agency we all vote on what theme. We brainstorm, throw out different ideas, names. So for example, last year we did a Disney theme. So we do different themes every year to make the event a little bit more fun, and make sure all the entertainment matches the event, the decoration meets the theme. So this year, which I'm excited, we have a magician who uses ASL. It just happened that we found a performer who could sign and does magic. We'll have children's activities, making some arts and crafts. And then we'll have a scavenger hunt as well for all families. And one of the things that we're really excited about is we do have many booths with deaf-owned businesses. They travel all over the United States, and they're coming to the Central Valley to kind of show their items, their wares, their products, the services they provide. So it's nice to show people like, hey, they're deaf and they can own a business. So it's fun, and also fun to buy deaf-related items from deaf individuals.
Is there anything else you'd like to add, Michelle?
I just want everyone to know everyone is welcome. Our community is warm and loving. We want to become an extended family to everyone, to the hearing world, hearing families. That's why we host family-friendly events, because we're here to support you. We want to have resources for you, information for these families. So we are here to serve the Central Valley. And I'm just so proud of the staff here at the agency. They work so hard to host this important event for the Central Valley.
Deaf and Hard of Hearing Service Center Executive Director Michelle Bronson and her interpreter Kimberly Glynn. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
This Saturday, the center will host its annual Valley Deaf Festival at the Fresno Fairgrounds. And that does it for today's show. Today is the 50th episode of Central Valley Daily, and we wanted to thank you, our listeners. We would not be able to do what we do without your continued support. We'd also like to thank our KVPR news team, who largely make our daily newscasts possible. So big shout out to Crescencio Rodriguez Delgado, Carrie Klein, Esther Quintanilla, Rachel Livenall, and Joshua Yeager. Today's episode was produced by Jonathan Linden and KVPR with support from the Central Valley Journalism Collaborative. I'm Elizabeth Arkalian. Find the latest local news anytime at kvpr.org.
No matter what happens in Washington, the NPR Politics Podcast is here for you. For the latest news, insights, and analysis from the election and beyond, listen to the NPR Politics Podcast.